Hey all, welcome back to Share Trick. It is 7th of December 2021 and around 5 o'clock in the evening. It has been a wonderful day. And before we get started, the disclaimer as usual. This is my personal opinion and not financial advice. Please consult your financial advisor and do your own due diligence before investing in shares. Having said that, let's get started. So let's get started with the indicators, the wicks. So as we can see in this chart, we have 4-hour candles. So in the morning, the wick kind of dropped significantly, and it was supported by the 50-day EMA of 21.72. And after that, it tried to move up, but the bulls were able to bring it down. And as you can see, an inverted hammer out here. So this looks good, and hopefully we continue the trend down. As we can see with the MACD and the RSI, it's all bearish. So if the wicks go down, then we can be sure that the indices will all start moving upwards. So today's action in concert with wicks is that Dow went up 1.39%, Nasdaq 3.03%, S&P 500 is 2.07% above, and that's good news for us. So without further ado, let's go on to our regular shares that we keep tracking. So I would like to start off with Google. Google is looking pretty good with a handsome gain of 2.95%, which translates to $84.80. Good single day gain, and the candle is also pretty strong. The first 4 hours was really like a rocket going upwards. The next 4 hours were range bound, but nevertheless it was green and bullish. Our RSI is looking pretty bullish, and our MACD is still got a long way to go before it becomes overbought. So everything is looking great for Google for tomorrow. Very happy with the performance. Let's look at Amazon. Amazon gained 2.8%. The first half of the day was bullish, and it kind of met a resistance at 3546, which was an earlier support. So I'm going to turn this into red. And in the second half of the day, we spent most of the time trying to break through the resistance, but were unsuccessful. The RSI is neutral, so there is plenty of space to go upwards, and the MACD has just crossed over to the signal line, so plenty of positive action to see tomorrow unless there's any negative catalyst. Very happy with the progress here. Shopify gains $92, almost 6.79%, and 6.47%, I'm sorry. And again, Shopify first half was really spectacular, supported by the 11-day EMA. It has broken the resistance which was there at 1501. So I'm going to convert that resistance into support. And we have a small doji candle which is bearish. Looking at the RSI, I think there's plenty of space to go up. MACD is also crossing over the signal line. So tomorrow should be a very good action day without any negative catalyst in sight. Let's go on to look at Apple, the stalwart. So I was saying my target was around 175 to 180, probably in the first quarter of next year for Apple, but it seems like we are almost there. We are at 171.18, up $5 from previous day's close, and up 3.54%. And if you look at this channel, I'm going to zoom out to a long-term view. This channel has been there with us since 1st of April, and Apple has respected that channel as a resistance, and that channel has been broken today, and we have stayed above. So I'm hoping for much better things tomorrow for Apple. And we are on an almost overbought condition when we look at the RSI from this angle. But if we go back to the 1 day time frame, we are already overbought. The MACD is also severely bullish and overextended. So tomorrow we could probably see a little bit of a drop, a sideways movement, and then resume the movement upwards with this channel as a support going forward at 169.86. So let's hope for a good move there. Then let's go on to our other stocks that we keep track of. If you look at the technology sector, Upstart and Fiverr seem to have really outdone themselves with more than 10% gain. Mara is behind that, and Coinbase. Both Mara and Coinbase are up because of the action in the crypto space. Bitcoin has recovered. So let's get started with Marathon Holdings. So Marathon Holdings is supported by the 11-day EMA, and it is a doji candle, but it's all green. So it's very good, and RSI is benign, so there's plenty of space to go up. MACD is also bullish. So if the Bitcoin continues to move up, tomorrow we'll have continued upward movement for Marathon. It's got a long way to capture, like we have to go beyond 46. Let me zoom out to a 3-month, 4-hour time frame, and let us look at the damage that has happened in the recent past. So we have a high of 81.55 from where we have fallen down, and we are in a downward falling wedge, which is a bullish sign, and our resistance, which was at 44.76, has now become a support. So that's also good news. Our next resistance is going to be at 47.79, which we should hope to break off tomorrow. And at the 3-month time frame, the MACD is crossing over, it's poised to cross over the signal line, as well as the RSI is going towards the neutral and has got a lot of way to go towards overbought. So everything is looking good for Mara, which is mirroring what Bitcoin is doing. Let's go to Coinbase. So in case of Coinbase, I'm going to go back to the 5-day, 30-minute time frame. Coinbase is doing pretty well. We have a neutral RSI, which has got plenty of room upward, and the MACD is aiming to cross over the signal line. So it's looking good. And from a 1-day time frame also, we are looking pretty good. So if Bitcoin continues to move in the proper direction, like upwards, we are going to mirror that. One thing I'm still trying to figure out with Coinbase is that Coinbase has got a lot of its revenue coming from transactions. So even when the market went down, there was heavy selling and all that stuff. Coinbase was continuing to get its commissions. So I'm very bullish on Coinbase, and I expect that it would capture its previous highs and move towards that, because the volumes are also very solid. If you look at these green volume histogram bars, they are way beyond anything we have seen in the past. It's above average. So very bullish about that. Then let us go on to look at PubMatic, which has maintained a 4.09% upswing, and it's a very solid candle. Now if I go to 3-month candle, and I do this to be 4 hours each, and then look at our day's action. So we are aiming towards challenging the 40.76 resistance, and we are in the right direction. RSI is pretty good, plenty of space to move over, and MACD is also poised to go over the signal line. Excellent news for PubMatic. Looking forward to more upward moves. And let's go on to the non-technology core sector, where we are looking at Caterpillar, which has gained 1.59%, and this green line will be a resistance. So we are heading towards this resistance of 214.76, and our MACD is supportive, and RSI still has got a lot of way to go before it can become overbought. So very bullish about Caterpillar. Likewise for Vulcan Materials, today it has lodged a gain of 1.10, which is in the first half it was green, and the second half it was red, but overall the bulls have been able to sustain the upward momentum. Then we look at Nucor, which supplies steel. It's doing very well at 3.42% up. Let's go on further to look at the automobile sector, in which we have got Tesla, which is the star of the show. 4.24% upside with 1051 as the closing price today, and post market it has gone up another 2.75 cents. So that looks great. So we are going to challenge 1154 this week, in my opinion, and the volumes are also pretty decent, and MACD is turning to go towards crossing over the signal line. RSI is still benign, and it has got plenty of way to go upwards. So I'm quite bullish on Tesla. I'm going to zoom on to the 3-month time frame, and if I draw a line along the bottoms here, and if I draw a line along the corresponding portion of the MACD, I see a bullish divergence. So I'm pretty confident that we are going to challenge 1153 in the next 2 days, and then go towards the all-time high of 1234 probably by the end of the week. So keeping fingers crossed. And let us go on to look at NIO, which has done pretty well. But again, NIO has got environmental factors in China, which is holding it down. So even though all the indicators are positive for NIO, I wouldn't be putting my money in yet. It's up 2.41%. I wish the best for NIO. I'm still bullish. And this is our 37.63 is our next resistance that we are trying to break through. And we got a solid support from the 11-day EMA for NIO. That's what is holding it back. And the resistance here, I'm going to zoom into a 1-day view where you can see clearly. So we have this resistance at 33.20, and NEO has not been able to break through. The moment it came near it, it was pushed down by all the bears. We had to break that. And look at Rivian. Rivian is above a support line of 114.88, and if it keeps above that, it will be fine. But my thesis is that it's going to be between, let me go to the 3-month time frame. I believe that Rivian will settle between 96 and 114 in the short run until it starts any production. That's what I had mentioned before, and that kind of takes us to the banking sector, where we are following 2 fintech stocks. One is Visa, which has had a handsome growth of 2.31 today, and it's being supported by a previous resistance at 206.76, which I'm going to convert to a support. So that resistance line has now turned to support and has supported Visa for the day. And if we look at PayPal, again, PayPal has been growing at 3.33% today, $6.16 gained, ending at 191.02. It has gained around 90 cents after the close. So pretty bullish about it, and I'm going to convert this resistance into a support at 184.60. Our next resistance is at 202.52. And let us look at the pharmacy sector, where we are tracking WBA. WBA lost marginally a little bit, and it is supported by 11-day EMA and also 47.59, which is the next support. And our MACD has crossed over the signal line, has become bearish, and we have just fallen off from the overbought and in the RSI. So I think we'll be having a little bit of sideways and downward movement supported by the 11-day EMA. If we break below the 11-day EMA, we have support at 47.56. So that brings us to the end of segment today, and please like, share, and subscribe. I would like your feedback and comments. Put the comments in the comment section so that I can get some guidance on how to improve this channel and make it more to your liking and your interest. And if you have any specific shares you want me to cover, I can add it to my list and make it part of my daily updates. Thanks and have a great day. Bye.